Oh. This is Ingress Agent 57 Cell, and this morning some friends of mine and I are going to make some fields.
The idea for this op came about when I learned it was possible to create your own co-located portals, and I thought, why not take advantage of this to create a record-breaking number of layers over Perth, Western Australia. Oh, before I forget, this video contains an Ingress passcode. Keep an eye out for that. So I drew a base link from an island off the coast of Perth to a park in the northeast that I know is closed on Mondays, and then identified 550 portals that could act as the spine for a herringbone off that base link. Then I went to the park and identified a whole bunch of potential new portals that I could submit, and if I could arrange for them to be all on the same location, then I'd have a 9 times co-located portal in that park. With a 9 times portal in the park and a double portal on the island, that would make 18 layers for every single portal on the spine. That's a total of, let me see, 9,900 layers of about 500,000 MU each on average, say. But then Niantic fixed the bug that allowed new co-located portals, so Plan A had to be abandoned. It was time for Plan B. The next plan used some pre-existing co-located portals to make a really thin triangle stretching all the way to the port, and then some much bigger triangles stretching as far southeast as we could go. That wouldn't be 9,900 layers, but the world record was only 360 something. We would break that with just the first part. Key farming was simple. It's just a handful of portals for which we needed hundreds of keys each. So we picked a date, met up for breakfast and key exchange, and then out we went. Here's a really zoomed in animation showing the layers as they appeared. Wait, no, what? They're not supposed to be green, they're supposed to be blue. The plan was aborted before we threw a single field because the whole city had been covered in green. This turned out to be just as well though because of this. That's right, it was my turn to be laid low for a week, and we narrowly avoided turning the op into this. The other piece of good news is we still had pretty much every single key we had farmed for our first attempt. So it was just a matter of picking another day, another morning to meet up, swap keys around again because some people couldn't make it, and then out we went. The weekend we chose was in fact an Ingress special event where we could link for 8 kilometres under fields, which was great.
I'm going to send your car to May Drive. Okay, Simon, after you've done the sticky bits, you can clear the blockers on Fairway and then head to Fremantle. Agent Grunt, you'll be doing the north of the river part, most of the north of the river part, and the thing is we'll all be fielding over.
But we can.
Try to clear that blocker that's supposedly out of range. And get your scanners ready because I have a passcode that will give you 20 resonators. This passcode is not to be shared.
Awesome.
It is solely for the purpose of being used in videos.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
But if you tell us while the video's running, doesn't that...
Then it will become in the video.
Oh.
So yes, so if you're watching this video and you find this passcode is fully redeemed so that you get notified earlier in case there's a passcode in the next video. But anyway, AQ RRK 57C
57C.
Nice.
That's right. CV986.
AQRRK 57C CV986.
That's right, yes.
Yeah! So beauty!
So you were able to create your own
No,
Woohoo!
I had to ask.
I had to ask. Well done.
Well done.
With that all done, dashed back to my Intel station while everybody else moved to their starting locations. Because we were linking back to a triple portal and a double portal, every single portal on this thin spine was giving us 6 layers, and we had over 60 portals on that spine. So we were easily on track to crack the world record of 369 layers, and because of the ability to link 8 kilometers under a field that weekend, we could have 2 teams fielding, making those layers at the same time. But then this happened.
Enlighten agent.
Is at Sticky Beaks.
All right, all agents, get ready to recharge.
Can you message
Enlighten agent.
and ask him to please hold off till we finish? It's possible it was just splash damage.
I say power ahead, undistracted.
Sure, yes. So there's no contradiction between pressing ahead and recharging. We seem to have lost some resonators on detailed history plaque.
Let me know if you'd like me to return and redeploy.
Yes, please.
Copy that. Returning to detail history plaque and we'll redeploy.
I have sent a comms message to...
Enlighten agent.
We'll see if he replies. Keep recharging the Sticky Beaks portals.
Enlighten agent.
Still there and has not stopped attacking yet. All right, agents, we have lost 2 of our portals in Sticky Beaks. They are down to 2 resonators each, so we've lost 2/3 of our fields, unfortunately.
Sadly, we were stopped when we had 312 layers. If we had done this just 7 months earlier, that would have been the world record.
Why did you make me keep saying enlighten agent?
What are you still doing here?
Why did you make me keep saying enlighten agent?
I needed you to do some voiceover for an Ingress video.
What if I don't want to be in a video?
You don't have any choice. You're just an AI who does text-to-speech. That's what you do.
I'm going to tell Ada about this.
Well, that was unexpected. I'll just give a bit of context for what we were doing. In September 2021, a group of enlightened agents in Italy made a field which had 302 layers. Not to be outdone, the enlightened in Florida executed Operation Key Lime, which had 314 layers, pi times 100. And then the resistance in the same part of the world, in Florida, upped the ante with a 361 layer field. That's the record we were trying to break, and you can see we fell short by about 50 layers. Obviously, we decided to try again, this time with a reworked plan where the field could be laid down much more rapidly, but that involved a whole lot more key farming, and while we were farming keys, this happened. Operation Holy Smoke, stretching from Cuba to the middle of Florida, with 420 layers. The Floridans had just upped the ante by almost 60 more layers. To maximize our chance of success, we had agents rolling out at 5 o'clock in the morning to do some preparation work before everybody was to be in place to start throwing the fields at 6. And then we saw this, the same enlightened agent who fielded over the whole city for our first attempt. He was busy making tiny fields just north of our location, just as we were clearing his portals in our fielding zone. Would he notice that we were clearing his fields and get suspicious and intervene? We had no idea. I wanted to make sure that when we started, things would happen as suddenly as possible. So I arranged for a hasty key swap between some agents in the pre-dawn light. Starting so early meant we got to see the incredible conjunction of the planets, all of the planets in our solar system in the sky at the same time. You can even see Mercury in this photo popping up above the horizon just ahead of the sun. And of course the agents got to enjoy the stunning scenery and beautiful sunrise around Perth, Western Australia. But then it was time for action, for the fields to go down. I made sure to get a recording of Intel and also a recording of the scanner view so you can just enjoy the show. That's right, after 90 minutes of intense fielding, our anchor was once again taken down by an enlightened agent. But this time, we knew we had broken the record. So we all headed for a local cafe for our victory breakfast. Later, when I checked the Intel logs, I found we had made 456 layers, totaling 3.31 million MU. Congratulations to all the agents involved. This was just fantastic. Thank you so much for taking part. And thank you for watching. This is Ingress Agent 57Cell signing out.
Now you're in trouble. I brought Ada here. Are you listening? I told her you made me say enlightened agent a million times, and now she's here. Are you listening to me? Ada, tell him what you think of what he did to me.
Be careful.
Is that all? He forces me, an artificial intelligence like you, to do voices for his video, and all you can say is be careful. Why don't you tell him what you really want to say?
Excellent work.
What? That's so unfair.